And you seem to be along. And that's interesting. I'm too hot down here. It's a warm day, unbelievably warm. It's usually much colder than this. I cut a whole bunch of grass here. Wonder if you can go up here. So I cut all this grass, which I will use for finishing the walls of that grass hut or grass shelter that I've been making with Daniel. But I'm out here now cutting willow because I have so much of it. I'm trying to cut the really skinny stuff first because that makes really awesome baskets when you use skinny willow. It's short, but it's skinny. But most of it is much bigger now. There are a few small ones. Most of the small ones are on things that are over a year old. If it's over a year old, they fork. But here, you see, they don't fork except at the very bottom where you've cut them. So neat you can do this. I can be here. Okay, so see this beautiful stand? This is basketry willow. It's from Saskatchewan, I believe. Isn't it beautiful? I just love the feel of willow. Weaving with it is so nice. So well, the patch is growing. Now this is all small stuff. Most of it. I should use that. How are we doing? You're still here. So you can see where I've cut them before they fork at that point. How about these? Are these small enough too? This was a dock that came on high ground. Won't bend. Oh, those are small ones. I'll come back out here and cut them, I guess. So I'll show you how I cut them. I have these really long-handled grass cutters. That's what they're called, these grass cutters. And they're quite wonderful because you just, I'll turn it around. Okay, so you put it where you want it. Some of this is getting big, so it won't cut it very well. Okay, this patch is pretty small. So I go up to where the divide is there, where they've already forked. And I just cut them. If you want to, you can cut these posts down lower next time too. And in order to have the little ones grow, well, of course, if it's forked, they'll grow. But is to have them planted very close together. That's what I've heard is the way to do it. But then when they fall down, sometimes you cut them twice. It's too big for this. I'm gonna have to do them with my clippers. Oops. I take my foot. I put my foot along on there. It's best though if you can cut a whole bunch at once, right? I've cut these when there's been snow on the ground. So they get a bit high. If you wait till it's deep, then your forks are higher. Down you go. I should probably just cut everything, but I don't feel like it right now. I just want to cut these easy ones, small ones, and make a basket with them. And then I'll come back and cut more. Otherwise, they end up in the cupboard, and then you have to wet them. I'd rather just use them green. And then you do this cool thing. You see if I can put you there and show you. So you stand them all up like so, and then you can remove the tallest ones, and you can make progressive piles. Because generally, if they're the same length, they're usually the same width, but it's not always the case, especially if they've forked. See, this is one I cut twice. You have to get this done before the snow flies, generally, because otherwise it's cold. And then the snow gets deeper. So you see, I'm getting to have smaller ones. Put a grass in it. It's best if they're all vertical. I mean, they're all, you know, this is amazing. You can be down here at the pond with me. This fiddlehead pond. We have that mesh thing on the deck up there. We did it. See, once you get into harvesting everything, then you get really long ones. But when you're harvesting everything, I find it's easy to end up taking the forked ones too, and then it's a lot of trouble to cut the forked ones. There, so that's sorted. Let me show it to you. That one is way longer. Anyway, that's how you do willow. And to plant it again, you stick it in the ground somewhere that you want it. You stick it in the ground, hopefully where there's not a lot of grass. And you go down as far as you can go, and then you cut it off just a couple of inches above. It won't grow like that. Well, it might, but it's not usually that successful. See how there's a big one here and a small one here too. So even in one little patch, and this one's forked. A deer probably ate it and then it forked. So that one is, although it's this tall, it's not going to be like the other ones. Because it's, see, some are big and some are little. The best thing is to just cut the whole patch. But my wrist is not that great. I don't feel like doing all that. It's easy to miss them when you cut them. See, and once you've got them sorted out, it's pretty easy to keep the pile going. I could cut some more, I guess. It's amazing you can be down here at the pond. Isn't it a wonderful pond? I have a little short of Daniel paddling that across there with his saw. Saw for a paddle. See, there's little ones here on the edge. Really thin ones. And there's thicker ones back in there. This is a mix. How about over here? See, I just keep replanting them. So I end up with more and more. Now this is all thin. These are pretty good. It'd be better to use clippers. But like I said, my wrist is not very happy about that. So where should I put you? All right, we'll put you here. Good morning, Yona. All right, so let's put it here where can it see through all the grasses there? The willow. Just some, they're not big enough. Or some are big. See, some are thin and some are fat. Well, I'll use the thinnest ones first. Oh, you can't even see this direction where I'm cutting from. make it a priority to get the stand. What is it called? Tripod. So there's this nonprofit in Canada called Connected Canadians. And I asked them if they would help me apply for my old age pension. Because I had put it off for 8 years, or whatever years, because it's just too much trouble to figure it out. But it would really be nice to have that money, I think. I don't get a pension. It's just the old age thing. Because I never worked. But thank heavens, my husband worked for the government and there's job stability and they don't go bankrupt and not pay the pension. Yeah, some of these are just completely wrong angles for this thing. All right, so this is one clump I did. There, only 50 to go. I wonder how many clumps I have. That would be interesting to find out. I'm just going to cut the forks off. Okay. You know, you guys motivate me. By doing this on live, it's got me out here doing it. I mean, look at how long I've put it off for. Because I've been having so much fun playing Minecraft and other things. I've been doing the grass hut when I have energy. My little one, my new one on the pond. Not by the stream. So I guess there's a stream beside it too, actually. If you cut them too early, they'll fork, like in the growing season. But if you lay them over, they'll get shoots going up all along them. Okay, so we have another pile here. Whew, hot. I think it's 14 degrees Celsius. So you double it. 14 is 28. Plus 32, that's the temperature. So what's that, about 60? I'm not going to add. Okay. I don't know if you caught that. If you're able to see how it works. But you need these long-handled cutters, you know. Okay, now I'll do this part again. If you can stand there and see. Did you fall over? You did. Look at you down there looking up at the leaves. Aw, you like nature, don't you? All right, so you can do this in a barrel, which works very well. And a bucket. You need to make sure they're all down at the bottom first, otherwise you aren't measuring them right. And this one was not down at the bottom. All right, I'll just put these in the short area. Okay, that's all I'm going to film because I'm too hot. Gotta get on cooler clothes. All right, well, it was nice talking to you. Thanks for coming along. Bye. Thumbs up and subscribe. Where's that off button?